Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to the next episode review for The Genius Prince. This is Guide for Raising a Nation Out of Debt, episode 11. It's a fraud, but let's pretend. And I gotta say right off the bat, the King Greer, this big fat king, he actually was pretty sneaky, really enough. He completely played Wayne. It also just threw me for a loop because I thought and at first I picked up how when Zenobia was said this guy, the Mayor Sergius is there talking to her, and they had a disagreement on things, and eventually when Wayne was talking to him, and then when he eventually leaves in anger, said that you will rule this day, Wayne, you will rule this day. And then he goes and he ends up going to the kingdom where that big fat king was. The king who eventually just shut down the evil nun's plan and accepting his proposal. Right? His name is King Greer. And the guy, which if you find out at the end, he was pretty a very intelligent guy, which he was when he disagreed with that evil nun. Though he was smart though. But the thing is, he's acting as this casual guy, living a luxury life, eating and just doing whatever he wanted, right? Just being very casual. And to the point at the end of the episode, it's like, oh wow, you sneaky dog, basically. But he would invite him to his kingdom, Wayne goes to eating a dinner, which he introduces to the King Greer's daughter, and I like how this is Wayne. He just got completely distracted because he wanted to accept the allegiance between the two of them, but he wanted to talk about it, but he keeps getting distracted about all this fancy fine food he's finding so delicious, right? Even though that little character version of himself in the back of his mind say, hey, you're supposed to talk about this, don't get distracted, but he keeps on distracted by all this delicious food, right? I thought it was pretty funny. That was pretty funny too. But but he tries to talk to him the next day, but he gets completely ignored. Like the king is just flat out ignoring him. It's like, hey, he keeps saying, pardon me, and the king is just bluntly ignoring him, just walking away. Well, not walking away because he gets carried around the whole time, so he's basically just gets carried away whenever the prince tries to talk to him, and then he's acting, and then it makes him suspicious to the prince, because maybe he doesn't want allegiance, maybe he wants to attack me or try to assassinate me, right? But things that doesn't make sense because he had all those attempts to assassinate him. Right now, he had could have poisoned the food or someone take him out, so many attempts he could have done it though, but he didn't because he thinks maybe he wants to drag it out, or he's thinking that maybe while he's here, his kingdom will be attacked back home while it's happening. So he's thinking he must go home right now. But before he does that, the king finally wants to talk to him, and he knows that his assistant Nim is one of those is that type of people that people discriminate, right? Her white hair and red eyes, right? He knows that under the colored hair, he knows that she is those type of people that people discriminate, right? And they were talking like that one part, she thinks that her race of her people should be treated as equal, right? Excuse me. And he's saying that he likes to forge alliance, right? And he says he will agree to. And it kind of throws him and it completely, like I said, he completely plays Wayne, because Wayne is kind of stunned and saying, oh, he will agree to the alliance because he thought he wasn't going to do anything to him, right? He wasn't thinking attempts to kill him or all that stuff, right? He completely played. He didn't think he was going to kill him, He's like, okay, I'll agree to your allegiance, right? And that kind of stuns Wayne because, okay, he didn't think he was going to do that, right? And so, when they both leave, then he reveals that he was just playing him the whole time because he says, oh, your little charade will come to an end, right? And I will hunt you and devour you and everything you hold dear, basically. and it shows he was with the guy, that mayor he was talking at the beginning with Zenovia, Mayor Sergius. So he was working with him. So yeah, he completely played Wayne, and turns out as soon as he gets back home, then he figures out he was played. I'm like, he says, I saw this coming from the start, you know, why? And saying that when Nim saying that it was a verbal agreement that could have been easily broken. Because there was nothing written or anything, right? It was just a verbal agreement. So yeah, it was easily broken. So now he's basically waging a war now against him, so he's gonna be ready though. Get everybody he's got, and get himself ready, right? And even Zenovia came in to apologize, you know, because she was played too, though. So, and he says, like, know what? It's okay, you know. Because of that, you know, you didn't know either, so your punishment will be a little bit lighter. But right now we have other matters to attend to, so yeah. I mean, that king was very sneaky and just clearly. Because, like, you think he was just a casual guy, right? Just wanting to eat or just do whatever he wanted, right? And you think nothing suspicious of him, right? But no, he really outplayed. I think it was the first time someone outplayed our Prince, right? I mean, Prince had very little defeats, right? But here was the first time someone really threw him for a loop, basically. So yeah, and I can't wait because because now the next one is gonna be the finale, which I'm gonna say how this is gonna turn out though, right? Yeah, I was thinking how. Sorry, excuse me. I was how this is gonna turn because last week's gonna be the finale, so I'm wondering how it's gonna turn out though. So, but yeah, I mean. This is another really this is better than the last because the king we I didn't suspect was well, he was very interesting. That's what it was. He was very interesting. You would think he wouldn't be such a, you know, a two-faced guy, right? You know, like he's being a casual kind of fun guy, right? You know, eating all this good stuff, right? But then does when as soon as they leave 180. He's very a sneaky guy. He's like, I'm gonna hunt you down. I'm gonna devour you. So yeah. So basically, I think he didn't want even Nim's people to be treated as equal. I think he wants to hunt them down too. So, and especially, but the thing is, a reminder: if he goes after Nim, that's when Wayne's gonna really let him have it because. Remember from the very beginning about the one guy who dissed Nim, Wayne killed him, and even into that other king from a few episodes back when he was gonna hunt her people down for sport. Guess what? Wayne killed him. So guess what? If any chance they go to war and by any chance on the side, Nim will be attacked, Wayne's is gonna go all out, you know, kill everybody who tries to harm her because we know how much he really cares for her. Basically, in his heart, he loves her, you know, in his heart. He won't say it out loud though, but we know that he really likes her and she feels the same for him though. So we can't wait to see how this finale will go. But as for this episode, really good episode. Like I said, the king was very interesting. You know, at best. For a guy who really actually did outplay Nim, outplay his intelligence, right? Because the whole time, because he was making Wayne all confused, what's going on? You know, why didn't he attack me or something else? So yeah, he really outplayed Nim. Although she was shocked too, but he outplayed Wayne. Definitely. So I just can't wait to see how this finale will go. Sad this is gonna be the last episode. I don't know about a second season though, but if it is next week, it's fine though because this show has been really great. It's been awesome. It's been great. Our character Wayne, he really is a genius. You know, outplaying everybody, but this time he got outplayed this time. So can't wait to see how the finale will go. But anyway, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next. Now is the next episode of Yashahime, and then we'll see y'all later. Right. Later.